One question everyone will be asking that how I can recognize that my immune system is getting compromised, and then what I should do. So again, very simple way to understand about your immune system. You need to look at yourself on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly basis, that are you suffering from simple common and cold, hay fever quite often? That's the first part. And you have to rely on histamines most of your time, and you are taking histamines in your life for a long time. Then you are on the verge of your immune system getting collapsed. So that's the one simple way to understand. Second is, if you are getting time to time sores around your body not healing, if your joints are getting a bit stiff and tight, and even if you are taking painkillers, even you have taken from counter brufen and other anti-inflammatory and not getting better, time to time you are having loose bowel motions, feeling a bit fatigued, tired, and losing sometime a bit weight. These are very pre-indicators that your immune system is getting compromised, for sure. Now, you might already know what I'm sharing with you, and you will say that yes, these are the things happening with me, and I'm taking all the time vitamin C, vitamin E, my different kind of amino acid. I'm taking omega 6. I'm taking mushrooms, medicinal mushrooms. I'm even taking sometime medicinal marijuana or CBD oil has been prescribed to me, and I hope my immune system is wonderful and stabilized, and I'm happy. What you will say to those people who have that sort of thought pattern in their life, that yes, I'm having all these problems, and yes, I'm happy because my immune system is stabilized because of all these supplements I'm taking. That is where you will find majority of our public, our people around us are of the view, because they get this information all the time from all our these social medias, so-called doctors, which are always there, have so much skill to do social media advertisements, what you call them, reels or something, to keep putting and asking people to take this, mix honey with the ginger and a bit of lemon and a bit of onion seed or maybe some other stuff to talk about. Do you think this is going to lead to all of you somewhere? Again, your health, you have to ask the question. I might be the same, that you might be saying that, okay, you are also telling us, but at least I have some qualification behind me, because my profession is not selling fish and chips and then coming in the evening and doing these posts on my social media or like that. I have spent 48 years practicing clinically Ayurvedic medicine, 30 years in this part of the world, 18, 19 years with Government of India in India. I have at least some level of capability or ability to tell all of you from this platform that immune system can never be stabilized by what you get all the time. And why I'm trying to tell? Because that is what my dharma allow me or ask me to do. If I keep listening to these so-called social media posts all the time and don't do anything to counter at whatever level small I can do, then it means I'm not fulfilling my dharma. That is the one part Ayurveda has taught us. And that's what I'm trying to follow. So you might ask, okay, how come we can then do something else? Simple look at, if your gut flora has got compromised, which again Ayurvedic medicine as well as Western medicine understand, that is what the gut barrier part is we are talking about, then you need to look at the food what you are eating. And if the food is not compatible to your body makeup, and that's very simple part what Ayurvedic medicine share with us, that each one of us, even though we all look like the same with the 2 eyes, 2 nostrils, 2 ears, 1 mouth, but each individual has a unique body makeup. And that body makeup also determine your bodily intelligence, ability and capabilities. Now, if you are feeding all the time yourself with incompatible combination, your bodily intelligence will compromise and that will start eating you and will not defend you against whatever might be happening in your body. That's the first step. Now, if you are able to recognize that, yes, my gut flora has got affected and I'm being told now that my hydrochloric acid is getting compromised, but I'm happy that my functional medicine doctor has given me special that mix, that he told me that you have to take this hydrochloric acid mix 1 teaspoon after each meal, and I'm happy that my immune system will not get compromised. For God's sake, sit quietly somewhere and think that the job, what your system means your gut, first part is your stomach, then the next part is your small intestine, has to do to produce these hydrochloric acid and enzymes. And if you are trying to supplement from outside, what will happen? You will become a slave of those supplement all your life, and how your immune system will get stabilized? Because you are still having the same core cause of feeding yourself with the incompatible food combination. What will happen? It will go to the next level. Next level is your liver might get compromised, your vascular system start getting compromised, and you might have an inflammatory indicators getting high. Inflammatory indicators getting high, then why to worry? That will be another part your practitioner is going to tell you. Now you can take this anti-inflammatory supplement or that, or even if you visit to your doctor, they will put you on steroid. That will help you to build your immune system. answer is with you. But our problem is we always look for easy pathway. That is what the problems are. Easy pathway is your shortcut, which definitely help you for a time being. But once your problem gone deeper, and then you sit either with your functional medicine practitioner or your other kind of practitioner, and they will say that you have to live now with all these problems, whether it is lupus, whether it is your arthritis, whether it is your thyroid issue, whether it is your other problems has been there which come under the category of autoimmune disorders. Then you think that what else I will do, and by that time it becomes a bit more difficult. So that is where Ayurveda talk about that yes, when you start understanding and recognizing that your system is getting compromised, it can happen to any one of us because we all can make mistake. But the point what Ayurveda share with you, that recognize your mistake, learn from your mistake and amend them. And amendment is not in your bottles. You have to first of all correct the core cause, but while you are trying to do that, even in that time, if you have to take some medicine, these supplements are never going to help you at all. Then you need to take such Ayurvedic herbs. I'm not going to be biased here because you might think, okay, now you are an Ayurvedic practitioner, you're only going to talk about Ayurvedic herbs. This is not the issue. Use your common sense. Ayurvedic herbs, when you are using them in the right format, with the right combination, because Ayurvedic herbs work with the synergy, and they are there to correct the core cause. What is the core cause? You have eaten incompatible food combination, incompatible activity. They have built the ama. Ama means toxins, free radical substances. Now they are the one who are hitting your immune system. So until you delete that ama, your problems will be still there. And that's where the role of Ayurvedic formulations are, which will help you to eliminate that ama, stabilize your immune system. On the other side, common sense will prevail around you and you will stop those activity and food to add there. This way you can have a much more better life. That is how the work. So if your gut flora is affected using any of these milk thistle or other kind of these vitamin C and kind of product, you should take on a daily basis for few months while you are getting your system built up. One product is known as Agnitone. It is in a capsule form. If you will look at this is a TGA licensed product in Australia. Then there is another product known as your Live Good. It's also in a capsule form. These are the one which is going to stabilize your gut flora, inflammatory indicator. And then there is one product known as Immune Guard, which is a combination of our very specific Ayurvedic herbs, but in specific dosages. That is how those products work. And that help also to stabilize your immune system. So this is what you can rely on and work on. But now come the one major thing. Ayurveda talk about that everyone's immune system will always get compromised more and more, and which is irreversible. This is something very dangerous for us to understand if you have not corrected those activities and thought. Because thought is the one big core cause of hitting us. And what kind of those thoughts, if you are suffering from anxieties, worries, and then stress, jealous, hatred, anger, lies, cheating, relationship problem, going through multiple relationships. There is no one in the world can help you. There is no magic medicine, whether it is Ayurvedic or whether it is supplement, which can correct that. Until you follow in a complete Ayurvedic approach to correct those aspects. And that complete approach is what we call as Chit Yoga Sadhana. And under Chit Yoga Sadhana, there is one major component, what we call as clinical guided meditation techniques. Now, many of you will say, oh yes, I do meditation. What is difficult in meditation? Just sit, close your eyes, right? And sometime I just lie down and then do my meditation, and I see so many stars up in the universe, and sometime I float also, and then you think, okay, I'm really doing my meditation, and on the other side, after 2 months, you get a news that you got this cancer or this cancer, you got the bowel cancer, you got a prostate cancer, you got a breast cancer, you got cervical or your cervix cancer, vaginal cancer has come up, and then you start thinking, oh my goodness, I was all the time taking medicinal mushroom, I was doing this meditation, I was floating all the time, how come I got this problem? That is what every one of us need to be on a serious note. Sit and ask yourself that when you are doing meditation, even you have done for 5-minute meditation in your life, the meditation which is actual meditation, then all these emotions, what I just shared, will be out of your life. But if you are saying to me that I'm doing meditation for last 10, 20 years and still having greed, anger, jealous, hatred, frustration, panic attack, you are making yourself fool. That is how you have to learn that if you are suffering from your autoimmune disorder, your immune system is compromised, and you have so many of these emotional issues, there is only one approach which this Chit Yoga Sadhana, Ayurvedic emotional healing program, and Ayurvedic chakra sparsha therapies, which can help you to correct your deep-seated core problem. They can correct, but you have to sustain with your own action. That is what you need to learn. So this is one thing. First of all, to recognize your immune system state on a daily basis, weekly basis, monthly, and don't just think of bombarding your body with the supplement. Supplement in no way ever going to help anyone. You have to correct the core cause, and in the gut-related issues and the vascular issues need to be mitigated because of the ama which is building up in your system, with the help of such formulations which correct that ama rather than masking the symptom. And when you are having a major part of your problems coming from your thoughts, then no one can save you. You are the only one who can save yourself by correcting your thoughts. And thoughts correction, yes, those thoughts ultimately will impact your brain, physical brain. That's where cognitive disorders come there. That's where your speech get affected. That's where your walking can get affected. That's where your memory can get affected, because that cognitive disorders will impact your vagus nerve. And as every one of us understand, what is the role of the vagus nerve? And once vagus nerve will have those dots which coming from these problems, they can only be corrected with the right kind of therapies. And those are not switch on, switch off sort of situation. That is where you have to follow that complete package which you can discuss with your Ayurvedic practitioner. But again, if you are just following such Ayurvedic practitioner who have got the qualification and bombarding you with the medicines and other things, and don't themselves understand, they themselves are drinking alcohol, smoking marijuana, and doing some other thing, what they're going to help you, no matter whatever type of practitioner. I'm not minching my words, that is what I'm saying here. Right? So sit, think of what you are looking from your life. Your immune system is in your hand. You can save yourself, you can have a good life at 95-year-old with your good memory, good energy, good stamina, good sleep, enjoy your grandchildren, enjoy your wife on your right side or left side, but no supplement going to help you to achieve. Thanks everyone.